Good evening, friends. This is time for the trade wrap for 23rd of December 2020. Let's first quickly have a look at the S&P 500 that has opened higher. And what is interesting here is that, excuse me, S&P 500 has one second, opened above a key zone and a key trend line. I think you can do it this way, or if you don't want to draw it like this, we can draw it in this fashion. So it seems to be breaking out of this congestion, and my sense is that we are going to hit new highs on most markets, including S&P and including India. So that way, this is how the trade is setting up. Now let's come back to our local markets and see what is going on. While the week still has one more day, but I think it's relevant to look at the weekly chart given the volatility. And as you can see here, you have a very bullish candle. The wick is, I think, about 500 points long. So now there is no question that the market is bullish, and it could move to new highs without any sort of pause, given the way global markets are moving. For the day, I think we had another strong day on the Nifty. Bank Nifty is kind of lagging behind, but it's okay. I think once the Nifty starts to move towards previous highs, the Bank Nifty will do a catch up, maybe not all the way, but I think IT is pitching in for the uh, Bank Nifty, and that way I think you should be able to move higher. Now, yesterday we had spoken of this kind of range. The market has begun to expand outside the range. Now the next support will be in this zone, which is about 13,670. My sense is that you may pause a bit here, but I think it will get taken out. So for the moment, I don't think there is anything to worry on the Nifty. The premium is hardly 20 points. So, the amount of shorts you have, the clean out that you've seen on the market has basically helped the market higher and could take it even further. Now, before I continue, I would like to remind you to subscribe the channel, to like and share. Also, we have our join button services, copper, silver, diamond, gold, and all of these services are available through the YouTube channel. If you have questions, WhatsApp 98710 If you have, uh, you know, email questions, Ashwani_Gujral at yahoo.com. That's ASHWANI underscore GUJRAL at yahoo.com. Lots of you have expressed interest to learn how we give our calls. So we are doing our bit on, the copper button and also releasing some of the charts publicly. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, do that. Ashwini Gujral followers, where we keep doing some sort of free uh, kind of calls also. So today we gave the 13,600 call on the Nifty, and after that I think Nifty moved about 50 odd points. And my sense is that now that it's in the money, it should do even better tomorrow. On the bank Nifty, it is trying to cover shorts, but I think HDFC Bank remains a problem area. So possibly, I think the better index to trade right now is the Nifty because it has support from IT. On the banks, I think again, this sort of zone around 30 to 25 can come in, but it will kind of, limp along. And I don't think it's worthwhile trying to trade the bank Nifty here. So overall, I think the market is looking fairly strong and all declines should be used to buy. Now, some of you, if you like me, have problems trading as the market opens. My suggestion for you would be that, like, this is the 5 minute chart. I think the 15 minute, let's move to 5 minutes. Okay. Now look here. The market opened, made a range. You are very clear you are near the 200. So you are looking for some sort of expansion. So as you keep making these higher lows, it becomes clear that market is going to break out on the upside. So the market cannot do anything without getting into a range. Again, on a day like yesterday, you came off and again you formed a range. I don't think if you didn't catch this, this was such a big deal. But if you got this, that was the bigger deal. Because the problem often is that people trying to catch volatility early on in the day, they tend to screw up good trades. So on a day like day before, I think the trade really set up here. So once the trade set up here, it was easy. Then the day before that, if you got this sort of action, that worked. So that is just pure trading advice I am giving because too many people are trying to tell you that you guess the way market is going to break out and use this strategy, that strategy. The best way to do it is to see the relative location. If you are way below 200, look to buy. If you are way above 200 on the 5 minute, look to sell. At 200, you should try to look for expansion to happen at some point. So let's discuss some individual stocks. I think a lot of you want to know how we gave the UTST calls. See, Tata Consumer, this is the 5 minute chart. If you look at its daily chart, today FMCG was strong and The daily chart showed you that the 20 DMA is holding. Now, from a BTST point of view, you want to get in on stocks where they are showing momentum. So we got in on Tata Motors after these four candles because the stock was in good momentum. Somewhere around this level, around 600, we got it. And the stock moved in our favor by about 1.5%. We have carried this because it is BTST. Now, let's look at another spectacular mover, which was Hind Unilever. As you can see here, Hind Unilever was consolidating near the 200, and by the end of the day, this started to break out. So again, if you move in a narrow range around the 200, you should look for expansion on the upside. Okay, I think we also gave ICICI Bank. Now, as you can see here, yes, it went up, and we kind of gave it here, but banks are not having mojo, and this is something we discussed in our office as well, that it's much easier to make money on IT than it is to do it on banks. SBI again, start stop type of environment, and again it moved well early on during the day, and we made money in SBI because as you can see here, from this sort of a range, it started to come out. Okay, so basically on individual stocks, on indices, very important to look for ranges. And I think the other stock we gave today was Wipro. Again, this was given because IT space was strong, and it gapped up, I think, first thing in the morning and started to move to close towards the high. So even here, this was given around, I think, midday, and from there it moved up by about 1.5%. So that way, if you stuck to IT, you did okay. We also gave Coforge as a swing call. Now Mindtree had run up. Now Mindtree and Coforge kind of moved together. So again, this was a better stock compared to Mindtree. So this was given as a swing trading call, and my sense is it should get towards these recent highs. And for the moment, the market is heading to previous highs. Okay, and it is going to do that in a very fast manner. But important that you stick with the spaces which are doing well. I know lots of you are interested in Bank Nifty, but if banks are not moving, I don't think, you know, being with them and, going through volatility up and down will really help. I think the Nifty is giving you better bang for your buck right now, or IT stocks. So let me repeat, please subscribe, like, and share, and have a great trading day tomorrow. Keep your stops. Please consult your financial advisor, and we'll see you tomorrow with some great new fresh ideas. Take care. and trade well, and good night.